Welcome back to my channel, Duct Tape Mechanic. In this video, I'm going to show you how to easily fix a Whirlpool washing machine that has a flashing wash light. Basically, it's stuck on the wash cycle. So if you find this video to be helpful, make sure you subscribe to my channel for more DIY and tinkering videos. Alright, so here is the washing machine in question. This is a Whirlpool, but this video is going to be applicable to pretty much any sort of Whirlpool or Maytag washing machine that has this sort of 6 LED lights followed by a pause play button. So basically what's happening is you loaded up your clothes and you started a cycle and it adds the water, it agitates your clothes, everything looks smoothly, but then when you come back you see that it's just stuck on the wash cycle right here with that light just sitting there flashing away. Basically, it's drained off the water and it's not progressing to the next part of the cycle, which is the rinse cycle, and it doesn't spin either. So that's a relatively easy fix, so we'll get to it. Before we go to the repair, if you're just curious of what the model number is, that is the model number in this particular video. But like I said, this is going to be applicable to pretty much anything that looks like this, and also its counterpart Maytag, which is all made by the same company. Alright, so what we're going to do, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just unplug the washing machine. Alright, so after unplugging the machine, we're going to go ahead and open the lid, and we're going to disconnect or undo the lid lock mechanism from the top right here. To undo that, we're just going to get a flat blade screwdriver and just push it to the right, and then we should just be able to pop it down. Like that. And then we should just push it down like so. Easy peasy. Then we're going to come to the back of the machine. First we can put the lid back down and undo these 3 screws. So this basically can be done without even undoing the water lines, but you're going to undo this one right there, 1, and then you're going to undo this one right there, 2, and also this one right here. Now when you undo this one, this plate's going to come off. This is just a protection for the pressure hose, so don't be alarmed by that. It's just going to come right off, so you can set that aside. I should mention these are all just 1/4-inch screws. Alright, so once those 3 screws have been removed from the back and this little plate has been removed, all you have to do is grab this from the top right here and pull it towards yourself, and then pull it up after that. So 1 click towards yourself, and then just lift it up and go ahead and rest it against the wall right here. After that, all we're going to do is undo the wiring harness from these clips right here. The wiring harness for the door lock mechanism, I should say. So we got 1 clip right there and another clip right there. So with the wiring harness kind of out of the way, we're going to get access to the console. To do that, you can just get a flat blade screwdriver and push down on these clips. There's 2 of them. Second one is right here, and as you undo the second one, just reach around the back and hold on to the console so it doesn't really drop down and get damaged. 1 clip right here, just got to push down on right there, and then the other one, when you do it, just put your hand back here and just push down on that as well. Once both of them are out, you can just put the top back down like so. Alright, now we can just grab the entire console right here and just pull it up and flip it over. On some of the models, there may be 2 screws back here that you need to undo before you do those 2 clips. But most of the Whirlpool ones look like this. I believe on the Maytag there's going to be 2 screws. Alright, so with the console out like this, we're going to unplug the plug for the lid lock mechanism. So to figure out which one that is, all you got to do is follow the wire that comes from the cabinet. So you see, this is the wire right there. So if you follow that, you'll see that the switch for the lid lock is just this one right here, and we're just going to squeeze it like that and undo it. But they may also be held in with a little connector right here, and sometimes you'll have to get a screwdriver and just pry those things up and out of there. And once you do that, all you got to do is squeeze these tabs, and that mechanism should just fall right into the tub. There we go. Then what I like to do is I like to just get the console and just put it into place. You don't have to click it in necessarily just yet, or you shouldn't click it in necessarily just yet, I should say. And then go ahead and lift up the top once again and just pull out the old lid lock mechanism. Alright, so I've got the replacement right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to provide a link to this part so you can order it and have it delivered to your house, because a broken lid lock mechanism should not be any good reason to toss out a washing machine like this one. I mean, this is probably a couple of years old. It's hard, you can tell it's in fantastic cosmetic condition, not dirty at all. Somebody just threw it out because the lid lock mechanism was bad. So I will provide the link so you can get a brand new lid lock mechanism by clicking on that link. And it should, if you can't click on it, it should be in the description of this video as well. Alright, installing it is fairly simple. As you can see, I haven't clicked in the console all the way yet because we're going to have to get access to it again, but it's just a lot simpler to install the bottom portion of the lid lock mechanism first. So we're going to go ahead and just rest it on the back wall again. Now if you feel like you're going to damage the console, you can also put a piece of duct tape across the top right here as well. But I've done it enough where I think I can do it without causing any extra damage. If you look at your new lid lock mechanism, you'll see that it's got a lock on one side of it and the other side is plain. Now what we're going to do, we're going to flip it over so the side that has the lock on it is right here. And first we're going to slide this slide with the lock symbol on it first, and then we're going to slide it back over to the left after that. So it should look something like this. So slides in like this, and then back to the left, and it should click in place. So to demonstrate that again, this one goes, so this is the side with the lock symbol on it, goes in like that, and then we're going to go to the left, and there we go, it's clicked into place. Now we're just going to go back and just feed the wiring harness through the clips. And this part of the connector through the hole right there, and just connect it out this way. And push that connector on, it should click as well. Alright, should look something like this when it's properly installed. The two clips are holding the wire back and it's clipped in like that. Now we're going to put the top back down and flip the console back over again. We just need to feed the wire through this wire retainer right here, and it should just click into place by pushing down on it. Like so, and then go ahead and connect it back into the board. Alright, so it's time to go ahead and reinstall the console. To do that is really simple. All we're going to do is make sure that these plastic clips right here go into the slots on the top of the washer. And so you want to put those in first. You can kind of watch it to see if they're in on both sides. You're sure that the clips are on first, just go ahead and just push down and it should click into place. Like so. Alright, so as far as the top is concerned, you're going to be pushing these slots into this hook right there. So to do that, just go ahead and push it forward a little bit and then just kind of feel your way until it kind of sits down on both sides. And once you feel like it's sat down, then just go ahead and push it back into spot right there, and then just put those two screws on in the back, and then put the plate on and that third screw. Alright, so I got the machine hooked up to my test station, and as you can see, it has already progressed to the rinse cycle. It's not blinking. It may look like that. That's because it's just the way the camera works. But anyways, before it was just sitting there on the wash, completely stuck and just sitting there and flashing. So if you found this video to be helpful, make sure you hit the thumbs up sign. Just for thoroughness, you can see that the washing machine is now completing the cycle and now has gone to the done light. So this actually works.